Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning. It's a sunny day here. It's bright blue sky. It's about 75. It just is my kind of weather, and I hope you're experiencing something similar to it wherever you are. Here we are in February, and I'm still Deirdre Morgan, intuitive and clarity coach, offering you some quick tips to manage and direct your energies during this February, which resonates to a 3 vibration. Now, how did I get the 3? Remember, 2026 adds up to 10, which reduces down to the single digit 1. So we have a 1 for the annual playing field universally. February is the second month of our calendar year, so it's quite simple. We add the 1 of the universal year to the 2 of February's placement in our calendar, and we get a 3 vibration. All that free frequency. It's everybody's happy vibe. Everybody loves the 3. It's considered lucky. It's life is good. And there is our signal. There is our message. See life as good. 3 is about self-expression, whether we're talking verbal, communication, or art, any form of the arts. 3 is into creating and expressing the joy of living. Now, therefore, it is creative, imaginative, playful, optimistic, known as the cheerleader in numerology. So this is a very easy way for us to remember how we want to approach our life, our times this month. Be the cheerleader. Lead with cheer. Playful. That's 3. Do keep this in mind because this February is an exciting, dynamic, and pivot month. And that's because on a deeper level of all this cheer and joy and laughter and fun and playfulness, the deeper level says, express your truth, which means 3 insists on us being authentic, real, who we are, or who we know ourselves to be. And without this honesty, without expressing our truth and just being ourselves, our life won't work on terms we're going to be happy with. Please, that's one of my first quick tips. Now, I know that it's particularly challenging these times with all the mishigas and crud of the world and the global events and our leadership. There's way too much disease and illness, injustice, violence, war. We're all pretty tired of it. And it's very easy and very humane and part of our humanity to be upset with it, to be sad with it, to be thrown off by it. However, that's the very thing we must not do at this time. I have come to the conclusion that when we feed our sadness, our anger, our frustration, whatever that low vibe emotion might be, what we're really doing is feeding that very situation. We're amplifying the violence, the war, the shooting, the illness, the cancer, the injustice, the racism, etc., and so forth. And so I believe, and I would ask you to consider and explore, just explore. These are only invitations you're getting. Explore when something painful happens that really throws you off. take a few deep breaths and then send the situation your love, your blessing, your kindness. Breathe into it and just say blessings, love to you, because that is the only thing, love, that can heal all this divisiveness and diversity that we've learned to organize and approach life with. So, first tip, not so quick. This month, this February, as I'm sure you must know, I mean, we've got the solar eclipse of the new moon in Aquarius, where Uranus is squared. Well, you may not believe in that. You may consider that la-di-da. And if so, think of it just as energy moving into place. And these are the energies we need to work with one way or another to be and create the best we can be, as well as create a better life or a different life, if that's what you're looking for. I think, though, if we go back to the first of the month with the full moon in Leo, that is really the headliner for this month. Full moons are always full circle, completion, the wholeness, the oneness within. And in Leo, which is the most creative, passionate, heartfelt sign in the zodiac, we are really being given the insights and input we need to really ground and activate in ourselves this month. Why is it so important to be emotionally upbeat, expressive, and thinking creatively and imaginatively? Because the whole space we're living in is about stretching, or the more serious word for it would be expanding. I like stretching. We're in for a good stretch this morning, tomorrow morning, every morning. This is a stretch, and it all depends on your choices. Choice this month, because creative, imaginative, playful minds demand choice. We can't escape it without making a choice. So choice, and just choice to stretch in some arena of your life or who you are, is essential for the many days ahead that we are going to meet with. My second quick tip is full moon, full cycle. Okay. Full moons also ask that we release what no longer works for us. So my second tip is, you may be ending or considering ending, letting go of certain relationships, whether it's romantic or friendship or professional. All of them apply here. All of them are up for consideration. We need to let go of what no longer supports us, what no longer feeds our soul. So this is a bit tricky. You know, in the past, we just let go of John or Sarah or the monkey shines because they didn't add up. They weren't kind. They didn't do this. They didn't do that. And that's okay. What this full moon and what these times are saying is, get very clear on what you want for yourself in your relationships, in your friendships, in your romance, in your intimacy. Get clear. And if the person can't meet what you're looking for, then let it go. But here's the tip: let it go with loving kindness. What this means for us is that instead of saying, well, he's out of my life, he was cheating, or he ate too much or he gained too much weight or he was selfish or it was all about him or her. No, I'm going to ask you to sit down with yourself and say, what did he, she, it do for me that was wonderful, that was really great? Because at one time, that relationship made you very happy. It felt good. It helped you to feel good about yourself. So, what did the person contribute that I can remember with love and respect, and yet also acknowledge the person isn't there yet or isn't there now? And I am looking for XYZ, and they can only deliver MNO. Nothing wrong, nothing bad. It just doesn't meet what you want to create, what you want to experience in your life. And holding up and hanging in there and hoping it comes back to what it used to be is a waste of time and energy eventually. So please let go with love, let go with kindness, with appreciation for what the person did contribute, realizing that isn't working anymore. I need something else. And no one's wrong or bad or better or good or superior. No, it's just you're out of sync. And let it go with love. My reason for saying that is when we don't let go with love, then we are destined, doomed. We haven't learned the lesson, in other words, to repeat the experience, maybe with a different face, a different personality, but we are there to learn the lesson so that we learn to rely and depend on ourselves to create the most wonderful life possible and to feel really good because we're putting ourselves first. We're meeting our needs and not waiting around for someone else to make us feel important or wanted or loved or acknowledged. This is very important, please, to pay attention to this month. My number 3 is really a reminder. Please flip your stories. How many times have you heard me say that? But if you've got a sad sack or angry, hostile, I'm not saying they aren't legit. I'm just saying if you're still running one of these stories, they aren't serving you. They're draining your energy. And I have always said to you, see the other side. See the good, get good. You've heard that particularly all last year from me. But it's so important now to see the blessing, to see the gift, and say thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate the person. And let your heart be filled with the joy bubbles and the love. No, I think I said that wrong. Activate those joy bubbles and the love that you hold inside your heart. This is a time 3 activates, it expresses. Please, if you're afraid to show your enthusiasm, your love, your excitement, your optimism, give it a second chance. Express those qualities, those aspects of yourself. It will just lighten up the whole world in you and around you. And that, for sure, is what we need now. So I leave you with those quick tips. Be imaginative, be playful. We live in times where the impossible is now becoming possible. Be part of that adventure, please. We need to move into and chart the unknown, trusting, loving, and being happy or feeling good with who we are. It's essential this month. Do what it takes to get there if you aren't there already, and do what it takes to be comfortable being happy and feeling good. If you're there, but you're still holding on to yeah, but, or what if. Let's cancel those. Let's just kiss the joy. And remember, it's all about love. Everything else is incidental. And lots of love and laughter to you. I'll see you next month. Apologies for being late. Zoom and I are in couples therapy. It just ain't working these days. So thank you for your patience and your time. I love you all. Be well.